Good evening and welcome to Friday Film Reviews for July 2020. I'm Chris Bell from the Smithtown Library. Whether you miss the weekly movie programs at the Smithtown Library or you just want to watch some good films, join us each month for reviews of recommended movies that you can enjoy at home on Fridays or any day you choose using the library streaming services Hoopla and Kanopy. If you aren't already using Hoopla and Kanopy, I will tell you how to access them from the Smithtown Library homepage at the end of the program. The first movie I'm going to recommend is called Adopt a Highway, which was released in 2019. Adopt a Highway marks the writing and directing debut of an actor named Logan Marshall Green, and it stars Ethan Hawke, who is best known for such movies as Training Day and Before Sunrise. In the film, Ethan Hawke plays Russ Millings, who has just been released from prison after serving 21 years for a third-strike conviction for possessing an ounce of marijuana. As he tries to adapt to a world he doesn't recognize, he finds an abandoned baby in a dumpster behind the fast food restaurant where he works as a dishwasher. Unsure what to do and caught between impulses of kindness and panic, Russ soon realizes that the baby could be his chance at redemption. Russ is nervous and timid as he tries to reintegrate himself into the modern world. He is baffled by life on the outside, including things like trying to learn how to use the internet or just interacting with other people in everyday life. The one person he connects with, who makes him feel human again, is the baby, and the scenes of him alone with her are by turns humorous and deeply moving. In the end, it's Ethan Hawke's performance that really makes this movie, and I highly recommend it. If you'd like to watch Adopt a Highway, you can find it on Hoopla. The next movie is a documentary that was released in 2018 called Echo in the Canyon. The film is hosted by Jakob Dylan, who is the son of Bob Dylan, and features a wide array of musicians. Directed by Andrew Slater, who was the president of Capitol Records from 2000 to 2007, it was selected for the opening night of the Los Angeles Film Festival in September 2018. Originally conceived as an album, which evolved into a live concert performance and a film, Echo in the Canyon celebrates the explosion of popular music that came out of LA's Laurel Canyon in the mid-60s as folk went electric, and the Byrds, the Beach Boys, Buffalo Springfield, and the Mamas and the Papas gave birth to the California sound. It was a moment from 1965 to 1967 when bands came to LA to emulate the Beatles, and Laurel Canyon emerged as a hotbed of creativity and collaboration for a new generation of artists who would soon put their stamp on the history of American popular music. Jakob Dylan uncovers never-before-heard personal details behind the bands and their songs and how that music continues to inspire today. Echo in the Canyon contains candid conversations with Brian Wilson, Ringo Starr, Michelle Phillips, Eric Clapton, Stephen Stills, David Crosby, Graham Nash, Roger McGuinn, John Sebastian, and Jackson Browne, as well as contemporary musicians they influenced, including Tom Petty in his very last film interview. The movie features archival footage of the original performers as well as contemporary renditions of their hits as performed by Dylan, Fiona Apple, Beck, Cat Power, Regina Spektor, Jade Castrinos, and Norah Jones. Jakob Dylan pays homage to the lasting power of this music with his fresh new versions of the classic songs. Whether or not you were around in the 60s, I think any music fan will enjoy watching Echo in the Canyon. The film is available on Kanopy, and you can also listen to the soundtrack on Hoopla. Next up is a movie called The Wedding Plan. This is a Hebrew language film that was released in 2016 and was an official selection at the San Francisco International Film Festival. It was written and directed by Rama Burstein and stars a wonderful actress named Noah Kohler, who won the Best Actress Award in the category Israeli Feature Films at the Haifa International Film Festival in 2016. The Wedding Plan is a poignant and funny romantic comedy about love, marriage, and faith in life's infinite possibilities. Mikhail, who is blindsided by her fiance's decision to call off their wedding with only a month's notice, is unwilling to return to single life. She decides to put her faith in fate and continue with her wedding plans, believing Mr. Right will appear by her chosen date. Despite some disastrous blind dates arranged by a matchmaker and another close call, Mikhail refuses to give up. She's such a charming and genuine character that you won't give up on her either. I generally don't show foreign films at the library because it's hard to guarantee that everyone will be able to read the subtitles. So I'm very happy to have the chance to recommend this funny and heartwarming film that you can find on Canopy. Miss Virginia was produced in 2019 and stars Uzo Aduba, who is best known for the Netflix series Orange is the New Black. The cast also features Matthew Modine, Vanessa Williams, and Niles Fitch, who fans of the TV series This Is Us will recognize as the teenaged Randall. Miss Virginia is based on the true story of a struggling inner-city mother who sacrifices everything to give her son a good education. Unwilling to allow her son to stay in a dangerous school, she launches a movement that could save his future and that of thousands like him. The real Miss Virginia, Virginia Walden Ford, was an education activist long before her son's troubles began. Although some liberties have been taken with the story, including the fact that she actually had 8 children instead of 1, she was in fact instrumental in the passage of the legislation that resulted in the DC Opportunities Scholarship Program, and the rapid turnaround for her own son was very much like that scene in the film. If you are in the mood for an inspirational true story, take a look at Miss Virginia, which is available on Canopy. The last movie for this month is Big Night. Produced in 1996, Big Night was directed by Campbell Scott and Stanley Tucci and stars Stanley Tucci and Tony Shalhoub. Big Night is the story of 2 Italian brothers whose superb restaurant is on the brink of bankruptcy. Their only chance is to risk everything they own on one big night that will make or break them. Primo is the irascible and gifted chef, brilliant in his culinary genius, but determined not to squander his talent on making the routine dishes that customers expect. Secondo is the smooth frontman, trying to keep the restaurant financially afloat despite few patrons other than a poor artist who pays with his paintings. The owner of a nearby restaurant, which is enormously successful despite its mediocre fare, offers a solution. He will call his friend, a big-time jazz musician, to play a special benefit at their restaurant. Primo begins to prepare his masterpiece, the feast of a lifetime for the brothers' big night. The all-star cast includes Minnie Driver, Campbell Scott, Ian Holm, and Isabella Rossellini. But keep an eye out for Mark Anthony, Allison Janney, and Liev Schreiber in a very brief appearance. If you miss going to a restaurant and sharing good food with friends, check out Big Night, which is available on Canopy. If you enjoy the music, you can also find the soundtrack on Hoopla. If you need to download Hoopla and Canopy, go to the library's website at www.smithlib.org, click on Digital Library, and then select Movies and TV. There are links for the Hoopla and Canopy apps, as well as printable instructions and video tutorials. And of course, if you need further assistance, please call us at 631-360-2480, and we will be happy to help you. Thank you for joining me today. We can't wait to see you in our building soon, but until then, stay well and continue to visit the library's website at www.smithlib.org for more programs and resources.